Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
The cool thing is that we style hair live every night. So we have girls that are getting their hair done in Truvy's Cherry by Truvy, and then we have a sink that works, and people get their hair washed every night. I came out here and I was like, "There's no way that this is gonna be as nice as it is." And then the first show I saw, I was like, "Oh no, this is stupidly detailed. Like this is like bare minimum for a Marshall show."
James Moore Smith.
James Moore Smith is, I think he's technically in charge of props for things. Does everything though. I don't know where we would be without James. Has this ability to be like, yeah, I'll do that, and like just pull stuff off. Mike Murphy does set design. So the Magnolias on the floor actually, I think, are Murph's brainchild. We each picked out a Magnolia to represent our character, and they painted them on the floor where our characters stand throughout the show. So it's bonkers. Like, pulled us aside and said, pick Magnolias off this like sheet, and I was like, why? And they're like, you'll see.
They also correspond to where like we spend the most time on the stage. So it's like when we do bows at the end of the night, the places we go are in the general like
area.
Kind of like a reveal.
Our director, Leah Turley, is a phenomenal director to work with. Like, there's no other director I would do this show with, I don't think.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
She's the only person who I think could direct this, and does it in such a way that gives us such ownership over our choices and our artistry. She wants to make sure that we feel empowered on the choices we're making, make sure we feel good about what we're doing, and I love it. Sierra Lutz. I am a biochemistry major and Jaeger scholar from Utah. So I am not from here. All my family is still back home. And I'm not a theater major. They just keep giving me roles for some reason. So I'm just happy to be here and be able to perform and enjoy theater to its fullest extent.
Samantha Phelan. I am a theater performance major. I am in my second year here doing shows. I'm also a member of the theater fraternity APO. I do Marshall University's children's theater program, Theater ETC, which is doing Stuart Little right now. I live in this building. This is where I stay. It's just theater is something that's been so pivotal in my life, and I'm just really happy to be here.
I spend most of my time in the lab. I do research. So I'm the person who gets way too analytical about my characters, and I've been doing shows since I was 8. I want to say this is my 25th show that I've done in my lifetime. So I grew up in the tradition of art and performing, and so I didn't want to stop doing it. And then I discovered that Marshall lets anybody audition for their shows that is affiliated with Marshall, and I was like, I'll throw my hat in the ring. And then they gave me roles, and I keep coming back.
I came to theater a little bit later in the game. I started when I was 15 years old at the Albin Arts Center in downtown St. Albans with Romeo and Juliet. And since then, it was I've been nonstop doing shows. I love the theater. I love the arts. There's something so just grand about it, even in the smallest schemes. And it's actually Leah who got me to come here because I knew I wanted to do something with the arts, and having such a tight-knit community I think was really great for my creativity. And I think I've worked every show since I came here last year, which is fantastic. Steel Magnolias is very baseline. It takes place in Truvy's hair salon in very southern Chinquapin Parish, Louisiana, and it's about these 6 women who are coming into their own in their own respects. And you kind of have 3 generations who are finding their way in different ways, like Shelby and Annelle, who are just now coming into their own as young women, Truvy and Malin, who've been here for a hot minute but are starting to understand and realize more about themselves and their marriages, and then Clary and Weezer, who are past their prime but then realize that they're really not, that there's so much more to do and be.
It's a show about 6 women supporting each other and the role that friendship has in their lives. I mean, you see these women grow and change and learn what life has in store for them. I think it's really fun in this show specifically to just see how these relationships are so interdependent. And for me, when I am telling my friends, especially my friends that don't understand theater, why you should come to the show, it's about the power of womanhood. It's about what it means to be a woman. It is about the power that friendships have on each other. It is this very relatable, meaningful story that I think is important for everyone to hear, but especially for women to come and see and enjoy and understand.
I play Weezer Boudreaux, who is the meanest of the group, without a doubt. She has She's in her 60s. She's been divorced twice. She has 3 kids who, as far as we know, are like estranged from her. She has kind of tried to be what a Southern woman is expected to be and been bitten every course of the way, which is why she doesn't really fit it. And to me, that's important because I've never really meshed with like the whole Southern woman idea, like a West Virginia woman. I feel understood in a way that I'm like separate from like the other women I grew up with, but it's also helped me embrace what it means to be someone from this kind of area.
I play Clary Belcher. She is the mayor's wife. Her husband has passed away. She's just like the rich old lady who's like trying to still be cool and like a parent, I guess. In the course of the show, like cuts her hair and like is obviously having like this like almost midlife crisis. I think for me personally, Clary has meant a lot because she is so confident in herself and in who she knows she is in the community. And I have lofty goals and ambitions, and for me it's really nice to play somebody who has fulfilled those to the highest extent, but is also still very community oriented. She has achieved so much. She has wealth, she has notoriety, but she still comes every week to this beauty salon to be with people. And I think for me it's really echoed what I've discovered has been important to me, especially in college and trying to navigate all of that, is you have very close friends that you can rely upon, and for both in and out of the show, it is these women. Like, I truly don't know where I would be without the cast, and I don't think Clary would know where she would be without these women in her life. And so it's been very cathartic to get to build those relationships in such a meaningful, wonderful way, where the running joke is like, look, one of us cries every rehearsal, and that's been me more times than I would like to count, but they're here to support me, and it's lovely knowing that and having that. So we are performing at the Joan C. Edwards Playhouse at Marshall University. So if you don't know where it is, it's right across from the Student Center in Marshall. And it will be running nightly the 15th through the 18th of this month and the 22nd through the 25th. Doors open at 7, and the show starts at 7:30. So you can stop by the box office and get tickets right at 7. Come pick your seat in our lovely theater. Or you can call the box office and get tickets over the phone as well. And that is 304-696-ARTS if you want to call our box office. But we would love for people to come see the show.
All right, perfect. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.